Okay. Need to keep this thing from bouncing. I don't know why it does that. The autofocus or something. I'm thinking about taking, well, stop bouncing. I'm thinking about taking the computer-based pedalboard project and making it into a much smaller, put it on a much smaller pedalboard. My problem with that is that I'm already using a computer for the audio interface. It's not an RME interface, so it's pretty slow. It's a Scarlett, it's using Vesicon drivers. And given that and my wireless guitar latency and the wireless in-ear latency, it could probably add up to a lot, but we'll see. So on the main board, I was using the Shure PSM 300, which is, I can't understand. I think it converts to digital, but it's a analog transmission or something. It's supposed to have less latency than the digital in-ear wireless is. Like I just got the X5 U45 or whatever. I have both of them. I have the U2 or U4, whatever the thing is. But I have the 5.8 one, and I'm sure the latency is still probably pretty high. Add that to my guitar wireless latency, like I said, and that could be a problem, but let's just see. Somebody left I think it's a Pedal Train Classic 2. I'm gonna measure. There's a couple problems with using this too that we'll get into in a second. Let me grab it. And if I do use this, I'm gonna have to get a new bag. This bag is all ripped. Okay, so my biggest problem with this one is going to be that I have those patch panels to get in and out on my setup. And even on the smaller, on the 28-inch version of these things, I wasn't able to properly mount those. I had to cut them up in order to even make them fit. So I'm not sure, but man, I'm tired of these giant pedal boards. I know this is still even big, but this is a lot smaller than the other ones. So let's see. Just prep this. I got some new 3M dual lock that I will be putting on here. And then, so one of the main things is I was using the MIDI Captain. I was using the Behringer FCB 1010 MIDI pedal, which is huge. And I just got MIDI Captain 10 button, Paint Audio MIDI Captain 10 button controller, and it's way smaller. And it connects with USB. There seems to be a little bit of problems with the USB connection at the moment, but they say they're going to update that. If it's a problem, it may not be. There may be a different problem going on. Might be pilot error on my part, but USB connection's nice. I could use right angles to make things smaller. I'm going to try laying it out on here and see how that is. So just getting the Velcro off because I'll be using dual lock. And I got some MIDI Captain, Foot Captain, whatever, pedal controllers from Paint Audio. The guy from Octave Technologies just showed a video of him using the Nexus with the Helix native. And that actually lays out pretty well. Let me do this real quick. Put Pedal Playground on here. So I was looking at how big the Nexus was. So here's this pedal board. I think that's what I'm looking at right here as a Pedal Train Classic 2 or something. The The Octave Nexus is this size, and it fits right on this board. This would actually make my setup so easy. Plus, it already has the audio interface in it. Otherwise, I have to take my Mac Mini and my 4i4 and put them on there. They still fit on this board just fine. I might need some right angle connectors around here and here. We'll see. We'll see how this lays out. But either way, I'm actually doing okay. Can fit my monitor in real easy, real nice. I want to put two knobs on, one for the FRFR control and one for the immediate headphone volume. And what I really need is I probably need to add a mixer to this. Probably, I'm not 1,000% sure, but you know, I don't know if you guys remember, I had that thing where I was trying to figure out if I need to add resistors in line for the in-ear input from the console. It may not be a really that important of a thing. And I had to get this old adhesive off in order to make that dual lock really stick. It does not look like it wants to come off with this microfiber cloth, so I might need acetone on here. So yeah, like I say, my one big problem is going to be this height. Like, is that really going to make a lot of trouble? I don't know. Let me why does that thing bounce like that? Just don't get it. Stop bouncing. See if I can't turn off the one of the Logitech ones. Yeah. See if I can't turn that off. What is that called? Overhead. Okay. Okay, so just gonna turn all this stuff off. Camera control, zoom. Yeah, focus and focus. I don't want it to autofocus. All right. Let me try and see if I can't get it to. Yeah, that's good. Just leave it there. Why does it keep changing itself? All right, see, that looks good. Perfect. Okay. So let me start taking a look at what I got here. This MIDI Captain is tiny. I mean, absolutely tiny. So, so tiny that I might have trouble getting it to sit in these rails, actually. We'll deal with that in a second. But the Behringer pedal board was bigger than this, wider than this board, I think, or at least it came up to about here. So that's good. Take a look at these new foot controllers, and again, these didn't have right angle outs, so that's kind of a problem. Probably gonna be soldering some stuff today with my new soldering iron that I haven't tried yet. So we'll see how that goes. I don't like the feel of this as much as the hot tones, but it feels pretty substantial. I'm gonna have trouble because my last pedal is gonna be either I'm gonna have to use the Sonic Cake one, which I don't really like. Kind of really weak and flimsy. It just feels crappy. It's either gonna be this or I'm gonna use the I have a big Mission Express pedal, but it's super heavy, and I don't know that it's going to fit. Probably need to order another one of these hot tones. They're really cool. Okay, so I might have to. I'm not sure if I should bring my other pedal board up here to start taking apart, or just take it apart over there. So since I'm not going to be using the PSM 300, so things are going to change here. Let's see how that's going to work. I think I'm going to start heating up this iron right now. I haven't ever used it before. Should probably read the instructions, but I'm going to go get the sponge wet. So that's this Hacko or whatever. I know a lot of you guys are using this thing and you've been telling me for years to get one. And I've been resistant. But here we go. I'm going to fire it up today. And I have some 6337 solder. I've never used that before. I'm really trying to get pedalboard size down. That's the only thing I don't like about my setup that I have right now. Like, I'm giving up a much better in-ear wireless system in order to downsize this pedal board, and you know, like, that could be a bad thing. I think I don't think that Nexus is going to have any less latency. Oh, that's a weird way to do that. Okay. I'm going to go get this sponge wet. I think this goes in here. Come with the iron holder. See, a cleaning wire goes in here. Push the slide lock and remove the bottom plate. Push the slide lock and remove the bottom plate. Why? Why am I doing that? Place the cleaning wire into the bottom plate. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you don't just stuff it in there. Attach the bottom plate to the iron holder base. Okay. Put water in the front. So you gotta get water for the sponge. That's normal. Now the tip that it came with seems fine with me. Looks like a normal tip I would use, maybe a little bit wide. So you can make presets in here, which I'll probably want to do later, but for now I'm just gonna use it in kind of manual mode till I understand how to use it. Okay, so 350 is the preset factory default. I can go up, down. We'll deal with that in a little bit. Go get the sponge wet, and I have a desoldering iron that I just got that I want to try out too. I think if you guys have any preset suggestions for me for different types of functions, let me know. So here's some Japanese soldering thing. Everybody said it was super good. It feels more substantial than any that I've had, but I don't like this plastic. It feels like it's gonna break, but it's the other part. Oh yeah, it's nice and solid. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. All right, so let me start populating things. I guess what I really need to do is put my dual lock on. So this is going to be an issue. This is barely on this part here. And this rubber feet I don't want. This one's got rubber feet. So that's another problem I'm going to have to deal with. You'll have to take these rubber feet off, that's for sure. Everything I buy, you know, I immediately destroy, so it's got no resale value, but no, it's for me. So let's do that. Let me get the dual lock on here. I hope I have some more. I mean, I hate ordering this stuff. It's so expensive, but I think I have some left. I just ordered more for this last pedalboard build. I just need enough to get on the new pedals, but I have to get it onto here. I may not have enough for this thing. Oh boy. Let me see how much I have left here. Sometimes I'm tempted to just use regular Velcro, but when stuff falls off, it's scary. I swear I had some leftover dual lock. This is actually scaring me. Oh yeah, here's some right here. Yeah, it is not much. That's not much at all. That's scary. I guess I got to know which side of this to, which side of the bread to butter here. I don't think I have enough dual lock for both ends. I have to get a top or get the bottom. So maybe I could be strategic with where. So if I put this on the top, it'll get this just fine. Okay, that's good. So top of this one for sure. Maybe bottom of this one. Let me start liberating some gear, and we'll find out. I need my screwdrivers. Where is my jar of screwdrivers? A giant jar of screwdrivers that disappeared. I have no room in here, so I'm kind of smash everything together. Uh-oh. It's like there's nowhere this jar could actually disappear to. It's huge. Nuts. Okay. Let's use a different screwdriver. Not ideal. Where are you? That's not working. Sorry, I gotta find these screwdrivers. I need them for this pry bar. It has a pry bar. Crazy. It can't have disappeared. There's nowhere to go. This is nuts. Sorry. Well, here's the Mac Mini. So where's this going to go on this one? That'd be on the top of that. Oh boy. So I may need to put two lines on this one. This one could just be the top and bottom, or top and top. This one might need two. Unless I just don't even if I can get this to hold well enough on just the bottom piece. That feels wiggly no matter what. This kind of sucks. And then I'm looking at the height over here. Like that's gonna be hard getting those patch panels in, but I think we'll be okay. All right. So do I want to do the bottom of this or the top of this? I guess if I do the top, it'll be okay. It's killing me with where those screwdrivers. Now, do I go all the way across? I guess I should. Okay, so the real issue here is for the Mac Mini, I kind of need that 3M dual lock on the top. But for the MIDI captain, if I do put it here, like I'm kind of worried. Okay, so here's the USB. That could use a right angle. That's I can order right angles. This is going to be a problem because I have straight plugs. I could put right angles on it because I do have those. I should have extra USB. Man, I just had a USB-C right angle. Oh yeah, right here. So I could fix some USB-Cs right angle, but I don't have a right angle adapters. I don't think I might though. I'll take a look. That would solve some problems here because with the Mac Mini, if I put all the jacks on the side, we're actually okay, I think. The red, yeah, the scarlet, yeah, actually we're okay. So if I put this guy here, only trouble is now the power button is here. That's going to be inconvenient. goes like this, that's a problem. Goes like this, that's a little sketchy, but then the power button's in the right place. Might actually be okay to do something like that. But either way, the dual lock that has to go on here would be on the top. So that wouldn't work with this MIDI Captain. So I could probably figure something out. So these strips are going to have to go. It's actually a really well-made product. I like the hot tone pedals better, but I think this will be okay. I could just add a little bit of dual lock there if I need. The rest of it should probably go on the top. Let me see how these guys will fit. This would be better if it were on the bottom of this, but I think we'll be okay either way. These feet. There we go. So it'll work on the top. So I'm gonna put it on the top. Then if I have to, I'll put a little strip here for this MIDI Captain. Man, I'm almost out of my new roll of dual lock now. I actually don't know if I'm gonna have enough. Sucks. I have to add for the pedals and for the big switch, big 10-button thing. Should just order some more dual lock right now because I'm eventually gonna need it no matter what. Which reminds me, I didn't go to the bank this morning. Might get rained out from riding again. Okay, so these rails, what's going to be on here? Scarlett's going to be on this side. Mac Mini's going to be on part of this. Wireless is going to be on here. Man, I really need those screwdrivers. I don't know where they went. That's so crazy. This guy, it's going to be okay either way. That. So I can go on the top of this. Maybe the bottom of this one. I'd really like on both rails there because I'll probably want to put something else on there. This might be the end of my dual lock. Man, that sucks. I hope I have enough to finish this today. Order another. Give me 1 second here. So this will be in December 22nd. Well, just got to do what I can do. What I say with this one, this can be on the top. Oh yes, that's be on the top. Hey, and this might be it, man. Bummer. Yeah. I have a little bit left over. I might just have enough to put these pedals on, and that's really it. Oh, that sucks. I might have some sitting around little bits, like 2-inch bits like this. They have little bits of dual lock actually over at the hardware store, I think. Like 1-inch by 1-inch strips. Go like this, but I have to make the cables longer. Though they'd be shorter no matter what. If I go like this, my problem is the power switch right here. And if this ends up with the monitor on top of it, that's not going to work well. This right angle HDMI is not going to work well no matter what I do. This monitor may be an issue. Yeah, now I'm thinking about how is this monitor going to go on here actually. If we look at the pedal playground thing, the it's going to be tricky. We'll figure that out a little bit. Keep cutting stuff away here. Now the Audient, I was looking at the Audient Evo 8 might be a better form factor. It's a little bit smaller than this Scarlett. Might work out better. I'm not sure. So depending on how I want to run this, if I put it this way, I can get the controls in the front if I need to. Put it this way, put the wireless over here. There's a couple different options here. So, I have to get the monitor in here somehow. I may not really need this right angle HDMI on here, or I could. No, I can't turn it over. Shoot. This makes things really easy when I'm diagnosing stuff with an external monitor. Oh wow, that's stuck on there. Good. Okay. This actually sticking on better than the other pedal board. That's interesting. Yeah, see this problem. I got to get the USB cable in here. I got to get a MIDI cable in here. So this is kind of in the way. And then the 2 jacks for the. Yeah, no matter what, this is going to be a problem. I think I need a right angle USB, or I could power it with 9-volt. So if I put it way down here, it's fine. Just don't know how solid it's going to feel to step on. And then these two. So if I use this pedal, no problem. It's just I don't like the way these feel. It's just not as robust. Let me see. Like that feels okay. Maybe that'll be all right. These feel stiff, man. Considering one has to be my wah, that is not pleasant. I'll deal with that a bit. So if I put this thing way down here, I'm fine, I think. USB cable is still going to be a problem, but I could power it because right now there's a trouble with the USB. But let me see if I have a right angle USB connector. That would kind of end all that speculation. And I do have to figure out some place to put this hub, but that may not be a big deal. We'll burn that bridge when we get there. But I guess this will be okay. I'll order another hot tone pedal eventually, I think, if this pedal board works out. So if I put... I think I have right angle USB. The thing that needs to go on here is this Do-Re MIDI box. This converts one of these pedals to expression pedal. I'm gonna have to test that. I know my Mission pedal works, but it's big and might not fit on this board the way I'm hoping. So I guess the big deal is going to be right angle USB. If I had right angle MIDI, then I'd be really set. The only reason I really need a MIDI in is right now the USB port doesn't do, isn't taking MIDI in for some reason. But I think they said they're going to fix that. Maybe I'll leave that off for now because I'd need a right angle right here, which would be very tricky. I don't think I can fit MIDI right there. So here's, you know, this is the problem. If I have these pedals here and that screen's right there, that's not going to work. So the screen's going to have to be over here. That gets in the way of that right angle HDMI. I'd have to run the HDMI out the side. It should be inconvenient to get with, unless I make a port someplace or have the cable hanging out. I'm not sure how I could do that actually. That is tricky. Might be able to mirror it with a remote PC or something. Yeah, that's going to be an unpleasant part of figuring this out. Yeah, but this seems like this is the only way this can work is on top of here. I guess if I move this over a lot, it could work like that. I don't know if I have the space to do that. Let me just look at the Mission pedal. So if I had this Mission pedal here, is gigantic. I definitely can't fit the wireless. Where did that go? MIDI out and MIDI in are too far apart. Like this has to be clear. I can do that right angle. I guess I'm just going to put the USB on here, and for now I'm gonna forget the MIDI in functionality. We'll put right angles on the TRS cable that came with these things, because this is gigantic. I like these pedals better feel wise, because man, this is gonna be my wah. Shoot, I don't know that I like that. If I use this pedal, you know what? I'm gonna use the little pedal. I'll order another hot tone for later on, but for now, where did I just put the wireless? Oh, right here. Okay. Yeah, then this fits fine with that guy. No problem. Okay. So my big problems can be this right angle HDMI. I can't use it. If I turn this around, everything gets a lot easier. I maybe have some, like to make it far enough in where I can have the wires go through. Then maybe I don't even need to make right angles on these on the expression pedal things. It's far enough. I can still get in the wire. This would actually be. This might actually work better. So I need this far enough over where I can get these pedals in. How much dual lock do I have left? That's the scary part. Not much. I think I can cut this one in half and yeah. Oops, that missed a little bit. Probably use a razor knife for this. Okay, now these pedals, I did that crappy. These pedals go out the front, so I can actually put them closer together. This one's going to be on the out the side, but I can actually put these closer together than I do on my other board. I have them like right next to each other. Then I could move this a little bit further. Let me see. I do have a smaller monitor if I have to use it, but I'd rather use this one. Sorry. Okay, sorry. All right. So this guy, man, I'm almost out. And if I want to use any dual lock on this, I'll probably just use Velcro for the monitor screen, even though dual lock would be a little bit more secure feeling. So if these guys are here, these guys are way over here, and I could even move this way over if I had to. This is like this. That HDMI port is fine. I can get to the power switch easier. I'm not thrilled about having cables out that side, but it's not that bad. Trouble is, this thing's a little bit higher, so that puts a... How would I... There's kind of a weird shape on the back of this too, which kind of makes a problem. I don't know that I can flip it around. I don't know if you can actually rotate the screen on this thing. There's like no manual for it. It's like super cheap, but it works. If it was like this, it'd be a little bit better. But no matter what, this is actually a little bit tricky. I guess I can move this pretty far over. So that's the problem, is the height difference between these two guys. I could shim it with something, pat it with something. So I would like it a little bit tilted forward, but it doesn't really have to be. So if I do it like this, the USB port's not going to be a problem. HDMI is not going to be a problem. The problem is going to be this shimming, which isn't that bad. I can get to the power in the back. Oh, I got to pick one. Either it's going to hit here or it's going to hit on the USB. Let me see. Let me find out if I do have a right angle USB thing. If I do, then I'm kind of set. I think I ordered some. And if I did order some, I put them someplace really clever. And usually when I put it clever where I know I'm going to be able to find it, I can actually not find it. So I might have some USB right angle cables. I have some of these IECs like that, but I think I'm fine IEC wise. Might want a right angle power adapter. That'd be nice. I don't know. I would have put them somewhere. Let me see. Maybe I'll put them with my computer stuff. That's regular. And I have USB-A to USB-A right angle. That's not going to help me. I know I bought some for my Helix. I know I have some. I just don't know where. Yeah, I just don't see them. Shoot. I know I got some. It's not in here either. Oh, let me see. I'm just looking here a little bit better. Nope. Now, what I should have for sure in here, I know I had some not too long ago, was right angle TRS connectors that I can use for these so that the USB port will be okay, I guess. I have them stashed someplace because I was going to use them for, actually for a different version of this project. But, oh, that's tip sleeve. Shoot. So these TRS ones, they're gonna hit, you know. Man, I know I got right angles to these. When I do this, it's not terrible. I just got to get that USB in there. I know I have right angles somewhere. Probably somewhere near my missing screwdrivers. Right, so for this, what should I do? Put 3 strips across here, I think. If I have a right angle USB, this will be no problem, actually. Might not be a problem anyway. We'll see. So if I just put it on this one, how wiggly is it going to be when I step on it? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Okay, so that is definitely not going to work. Put it a little bit higher and have it resting on the next piece. Horrible. All right, so that is going to be a problem. Have an idea. Give me a little bit of wiggle room. I need more of this dual lock. Please hope this feels better. If this doesn't, I have to rethink this. That's still pretty awful, but it feels better. I'm not sure why that's so awful. That should actually... Oh, okay, that's pretty good. All right. Still got a little bit left. Not much. So this could go in a different place. I really need more dual lock. Could slide it all the way down here and not worry about anything, right? Maybe. In fact, if I did that, let's just see. If we're way down here, might have trouble stepping on this button. Now none of this hits anything. That's fine. Oh no. I put this on backwards. Oops. Okay. I don't know that this is going to stick. Oh, I screwed up. Oh man, what a dork. All right. Okay, that's almost guaranteed not to work again. I just peeled these off. I don't think they're going to stick. I might be able to hot glue them on there, but this is probably a lost cause. put this, oh, you know what? Maybe this hub will shim it as much as I need. That might actually work. That might be just enough to shim the monitor. That could be cool. Okay, so this right angle, if this works, that'll take care of that. Monitor. Go in. That might be too high, actually. I think I have more of these. I swear I bought several of them. If I do, I'd like one on the monitor and one on the hub. That would be very